Howdy everyone, this is your buddy BP, and I'm doing something really special, really different today. I am going to play one of, if not quite possibly, my #1 favorite game of all time, and that is Earthbound on the Super Nintendo. Now before I begin, a few things I want to mention. I am not playing this on a ROM, I am not playing this on an emulator. Instead, I'm doing something really different, something special. I'm actually playing on the original game cartridge. This is my personal cartridge. I got this way back in the 90s when the game came out. It had actually been out for a little while, and I remember getting it on like a discount. It was something like $20–25. The game hadn't sold very well. It wasn't too popular. It wasn't getting the best reviews, and it was probably just being sold on clearance. And I remember renting it, and I liked it, and I went ahead and got it. And today, this cartridge alone is now worth $200. You want to talk about a sleeper hit. This game, very few people knew about it when it came out, and now it is a classic. So I'm going to play this for you. You'll notice there aren't, despite the fact this is my cartridge, there's not really any saves. There's just this one here I use for testing out the game, because this cartridge has been around for like 20 years. So the reason is because when I was originally trying to get this to play on my Super Nintendo, long story short, had trouble getting it to work, and I wasn't sure if it was like the cartridge itself or if it was the console. And I was doing some testing around, and I even went ahead and cleaned the cartridge and doing all that stuff. And long story short, during the course of doing this, I kind of lost my saves, which is fine because I planned on starting from the beginning, of course, for all of y'all. That's how a Let's Play works, right? So I was definitely planning on doing that, doing it that way. So I'm not too upset about that. I will say though, I am not playing on my original Super Nintendo. That thing, I'm afraid, has just gone kaput. It just does not play games correctly. I can try playing this on here, but it just won't work, or at least it certainly won't work for very long. I don't know if it's a bad board or if it's bad connectors for the cartridge. I'm not sure exactly what it is, so I'm playing on something a little different. I'll leave a link in the description to what it is. I believe it's called a Gamer's Tech, spelled with a Z, of course. Gamer's Tech 16-bit entertainment console or something like that. Basically, it's a Super Nintendo clone. It vaguely looks like a Super Nintendo, and it plays back something like at least 97.5% of all games. I think there's a few exceptions, like it won't play back like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or something like that. There are, like I said, there are a few exceptions. I think there are some copies of Super Mario RPG that doesn't work on it. So there are a few things with it. I've been testing it out for a few days, and it's been working out pretty fine. I mean, I'm in my game right now. So, but there are some things to know about it. The picture, I believe the colors might be a little different. The sound is definitely louder, so I'm recording my commentary in Audacity so I can adjust the channels later. The volume is loud. And in order to record this, I had to jump through some audio-visual hoops. What I'm doing right now is, this thing uses an RCA connector, of course, because that's how Super Nintendos originally were. So I'm using an RCA connector, but in order to record with my Elgato HD60, I'm using a RCA to HDMI converter device. So yeah, I'm converting an analog signal to an HDMI, to a digital signal. And this is, of course, off what is basically a clone, an inauthentic Super Nintendo, I guess you could say. And I'm recording it through my Elgato, so if there's some problems with the quality of the visuals, or the sound, or any of those things, then that's probably the reason why. And you gotta remember, this is a 20-year-old cartridge I'm playing on, at least 20 years old. But yeah, just a few things to keep in mind. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I've always wanted to play it. And for a while, I thought I couldn't play it because Nintendo has a huge bug of its butt about people playing their properties on YouTube. So I went to their channel where they list all the games. You can't play without getting like a copyright claim or whatever it is. You know, having them make a fuss about it. And I expected this to be on there because it's a full-fledged Nintendo game. It was made in-house by Nintendo. It was published by Nintendo. It was released on their console. All of that good stuff. And there were quite a few games on there. I was disappointed to see stuff like Mario Kart and Super Metroid on there. Even F-Zero was on there. I was a little disappointed in that. But oddly enough, Earthbound is for some reason exempted from the rule. It's always kind of been the red-headed stepchild of Nintendo properties. It's kind of depressing, but hey, at least I can go ahead and play it worry-free. At least I certainly hope so. I'm still dealing with that crap with Konami. I don't want to deal with Nintendo too, especially when playing what is possibly my favorite game of all time. But enough talking. If you made it this far, then thank you. I'm going to go ahead and begin a new game for you and show this game off to you. It's one of my faves. When I start a new game, I'm actually going to put the text speed at medium. The audio will be at stereo. And let's see here. What do I want for my style of window? We have, of course, mint, which gives it a sort of bluish green. Strawberry, which gives it a reddish, maybe pinkish. Banana makes it yellow, and peanut butter gives it a kind of an orange-ish, little brown. Of course, I'm just going to stick with plain, normal black and white, because it's easy to read like that. So I'm going to go with that. Now here's where we name our characters. We go ahead and do it in advance. We can go ahead and name them whatever we want, as long as it is within 5 characters. That's a kind of a steep limitation, but they had this option right here at the bottom. I love this. Don't care. And you can just, and of course it'll select the normal names at first, but you can select it multiple times. You can go Alec, Roger, Will, Brian, Tyler, Lane, whatever. I'm going to stick with the original name, so Ness will be our guy. We get to name her. We will see more of her later. And she is Paula, and we are going to go with that. Let's see here. Who's our buddy? He won't come until even later into the game. He will be Jeff. You can probably notice there's some problems with the sprites. They're maybe a little ugly looking. They just don't quite have the sharpness to them. I think it's because of the converter, me going through analog to digital, but hopefully it's something that won't bother y'all. Kind of have a lot of sentimentality here because I'm playing on my original cartridge. I didn't just buy this as an adult. I've always had this. So it means a lot to me that I can play Earthbound again on it. Our other friend, our 4th friend, he won't come until much later into the game, but we get to go ahead and name him right here at the start. He will be Pooh, the most unfortunately named member of our group. Let's go. Our pet. I don't care either. He's king. Don't get too attached to him. Favorite homemade food. We could go with steak, or we can go pie, or pasta, or cake, or eggs, or bread, or salmon. Like, pie. I'll stick with pie. Pie is delicious. What's your favorite thing? Rockin', hammer, it can be love, gifts, slime, gaming. Oh man, you know what? We're sticking with rockin'. Alright, and we can go ahead and confirm all this, and let the journey begin. You got the little Michael Jackson, wow, right at the beginning. I love that. The year is 1990X. How ambiguous. Lynette, a small town in Eagle Land. And here we are. Ness's house. And here we are. Ooh, something happened outside. Kind of dark in here. Let's get out here so we can see a little better. There we go. Get some light in here. You can hear the police outside. It's going down. Whatever it is. Here's Ness's sister's, his sister's room. I had trouble saying that. Tracy, I believe her name is. Hey, bro. Did the sound wake you up? Were you freaked out? By the way, I did that just by pressing the L button. Of course, you can just press the A and it'll bring up this menu. You can talk, you can examine things, you can go through your inventory, you can equip and dequip stuff, and you can check on your character status, see what his or her experience is. There are other attributes. You can press A for the PSI stuff, but that's not something we're going to have to worry about right now. That doesn't come till later. There is a present over here. Let us open it. Yes, open the present. There is a cracked bat inside. Ness takes it. First equipable, and it goes right into Ness's stuff next to his ATM card. More about that later. We're going to go ahead and equip our stuff because we have nothing on except our jammies. There it is, the cracked bat. Takes our offense from 2 to 6. I hope you all can read that right. Looks a little bit on the ugly side on my screen. Maybe it looks a little better on the Elgato. I don't know if it's just my TV doing it. But, oh, and there's his mama. What was that noise? Ness, you don't seem scared. Are you nuts? And now you want to go check it out? Oh, okay. You'll sneak out of your room anyway, even if I asked you not to. She is right, I will do that. At least change out of your jammies before you go. Okay, Mom. Boom, here I am. That's looking like a boss now, with his red cap and all that good stuff. I am ready to go. Be careful. Come home as soon as you can. What about you, puppy? Besides humans, dogs also sleep at night. Why aren't you asleep? One of these things you're going to notice is that this game has a very distinctive sense of humor. And here we are on the outside, in the outskirts of Onett. I want to return home, but the road is closed. People are taking this meteorite situation way too seriously. What are you doing all the way out here anyway? Police got it closed off. Don't panic. It's just a... What? Meteorite that... Who? Fell? I just want to... What? Go home? That's a weird conversation. What about you, officer? Onett police are infamous... Excuse me. Onett police are infamous for closing roads if something is going on. We are going for the world record. It's that distinctive humor you're going to see a lot of south to the suburbs of Onett. What about you, buddy? Did you hear the big bang? I think a meteorite landed nearby. I want to be the first to see it, okay? I'm going to try to be the first to get there. Yeah, that ain't happened. That is our neighbor's house. We'll visit them later. Yeah, they're very pleasant people. What's this? Don't you know what time it is? Get your butt home, pronto. No. I refuse to obey authority. A meteorite has landed. The sharks are running wild in town. You kids are wandering around, and I'm hungry. I hate my job. Oh. It's dangerous to go to the hilltop. Even if I advise you not to go, it won't stop you, will it? Not a lot of reliable authority figures in this game, are there? How about you? Hey, you! Don't you know what time it is? I don't care. What are you examining, buddy? There's another present up here. Let's go ahead and grab it while we can. Let's open the present. Boom! Bread roll inside. Ness takes it. Check out this fella. Hey, Ness. Hiya, buddy. A meteorite fell down and went boom! It was a real mess for a while. I was fine because I always eat garlic and work out to help make my body stronger. However, the weaker citizens probably fainted. I also want to tell you... Whoops! I almost told you about my... By the way, Ness, did you check out my billboard? I wrote the message myself. That's my real job, you know? I'm a billboard guy. Why don't you check out my work? Treasure Hunter. This is Lear X Aggregate's house. Aggregate? It's an interesting name. I wonder what nationality that is. Or police. That meteorite looks different than usual. It's strange and marvelous, as well as mysterious. Ooh. I love the dialogue in this game. Oh, and here's this fat asshole. His name is Pokey. You're going to learn to love him. Shh. Shh. Yeah, you got a lot to say. Clear out. Get out of my way. Oh, man. Well, I think these officers are losing their patience with Pokey here. Nice timing, Ness. Will you do something about Pokey? He's driving me nuts. Are you two friends? No, I'm not friends with this fat jerk. You're not friends, but aren't you neighbors? Come on, help me out here. Hey, Ness. Don't be rubbernecking. You're getting in the cops' officer's way. You can go home now. Tomorrow I, Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite. I'm fine here, but you're bugging the officers. Jerk. And I'm pretty sure that's all we can do here. You can see the meteorite up there, but we just can't reach it. Dang. Oh, well. I guess nothing left to do but go home. Hey, Ma, I'm home. Welcome home, Ness. It's not necessary to talk about it tonight. It's late. Scoot off to bed now. Yes, ma'am. Later that night. They plain shaven a haircut? Oh my god, that knock. Hey, Tracy. Someone's knocking at the door. What an annoying knock. Yeah, no kidding. My land! Who could be knocking at the door at this time of night? Would you answer it? Of course, I have to go all the way downstairs to answer the door. Even though she's right there. Oh boy, my favorite character. Hey, listen to what I've got to say. When I took Picky to the place where the meteorite landed... Oh, good evening, ma'am. You're looking lovely as usual. Yeah, like I said, this kid's an asshole. Anyway, as I was saying, the police that were... the police that were guarding the meteorite suddenly left to deal with the sharks. You know the sharks? They're the local ruffians. And they were really going wild. Suddenly, I noticed that Picky was gone. I blame the cops. It certainly wasn't my fault at all. When my dad gets back, I know I'm gonna get it. You're my bestest friend. Won't you help me find Picky? Fine. But only because Picky's a good guy. You suck. Okay, good buddy. Let's blow this popsicle stand. This popsicle stand's my home, jerk. Oh, before we go, why don't you say goodbye to your mom? Don't you agree, ma'am? Ugh. I know that the dog is unreliable, but you should take King along. The cracked bat in Tracy's room could help out in a time like this. No matter what anyone says, you're a courageous, strong boy. You're my very own natural-born fighter. You'll go far. Remember to go for it. But I think you should change out of your jammies before you leave. Ooh, and I already got the cracked bat. I think Tracy's still here. I think she gives me something, too. I'll do everything I can to help you. Good luck on your adventure. You might get hungry along the way, so here's a cookie. Bam! Thanks for the cookie. Ness got it. You can also leave anything you don't need with me. Do you want me to hang on to something? Yeah, I can use Tracy to kind of hold on to items I don't necessarily need right now, but I might need later, so I can just have her hold on to them and get them later, because there's a very restrictive inventory system in this game, so right now, no. I might contact her later. Yeah, sure. You're cool. Whatever. Alright, puppy. Do you want me to go with you? Yes, I do. I guess I have no choice. Let's go. Well, don't seem too enthusiastic about it, okay? Boom, King joins you. Alright, you go you go out in front, and I'll follow at a safe distance, yeah, let's get going. That shows you everything you need to know about Pokey right there. Pokey's kind of a cowardly jerk. There's the phone, which now I too have to answer. Mom isn't gonna do it, right? Could you get that? I gotta get the door, I gotta get the phone. Ness answered the phone. Hello, it's your dad. Work to exhaustion when you're young. Have you ever heard of a weird saying like this? Just remember, I'm always behind you 100%. Don't be afraid. I know that you're brave. You can do it. Don't forget to call me periodically during your adventure. I can make a record of your progress when you call me. Oh, yeah, I deposited $30 into your bank account. Here's the way it works in Earthbound. Normally in RPGs, you kill a monster and you get like gold or you get currency right at the end. Not in this game. Instead, your dad here deposits money into your bank account and you use your ATM to get that money from like an ATM later in the game, whenever you encounter one. So that's the thing about Earthbound. It has a much more modern twist. It's not like high fantasy or anything like that. It all takes place in a relatively modern setting. So that's part of what separates Earthbound from other games. But yep, continuing on. Do you have your ATM card? Withdraw money from any cash machine and buy whatever you need. Good luck, my boy. I feel like such a hero. What? Well, the father of a hero, at least. Slam! Beep. Alright. Very eccentric father. I'm going to go ahead and show you what the combat system looks like before I wrap this video up. There's a dog over here. Bam! So yeah, they just kind of wander around and we can encounter them, and when we run to each other head-on, it's got that normal kind of bluish-gray circle appear to let us know it's kind of an average fight, just an average engagement. So I'm going to attack the runaway dog. Runaway dog used a biting attack. 6 to Ness. Ouch. King growled and lunged forward. 7 to the runaway dog. Pokey smiled insincerely. Yeah, I bet he did. Ness attacks for 6 to the dog. I'm gonna bash this dog again. Use the biting attack. Boom, 6 more to Ness. Ow. King lunged forward, 6 to the runaway dog. Pokey smiled insincerely again. 7 of damage to the dog. The runaway dog became tame. You don't kill them, they become tame. Ness gained 4 XP. Ness level is now 2. Alright, right off the bat. Offense went up by 1. Maximum HP went up by 3. Maximum psychic power went up by 1, and Ness realized the power of Life Up Alpha. Nice, which is a recovery spell for regenerating HP. Speaking of regenerating HP, you can do it right here at Ness's house. You just walk up to his mama. You're hungry already? Why don't you have some pie, your favorite food? Pokey, you don't like pie, do you? Too bad. Damn. I don't know why he wouldn't. Pokey looks like he would love some pie. Get it? Get it? Hashtag fat shaming. Well, let's go ahead and save the game. Call Dad. Ness, it's your dad. I deposited $3 into your bank account, which is what those runaway dogs are worth. Taking away what you spent, you should now have 33 in the bank. XP to get to the next level. Ness, 13. That ain't much. I might do a little bit of grinding before I do the next episode. Just enough to get maybe up to like level 3 or level 4 before I continue. No, not too much. But anyway, you want me to record your progress? Yes, I do. All done. Your dear old dad was thinking about hitting the hay for the night. I have created a record of your adventure to this point. Good night. Sleep tight. And you can choose to continue or end. If you choose end, basically he'll say like, yeah, you know, good night. Maybe now you should like press the power button and turn off the game console. Like the game will pretty much literally freeze itself until you reset it. That's what will happen if you select that. Or you can select continue and just keep playing. Ness, you like to work hard, just like your mother. But I don't think it's good to work too hard. Click. Beep, beep, beep. Yep, and that just about does it. This is right at the beginning of Earthbound. Like, we've just started. And I look forward to playing this entire game for you. I love this game. It's easily one of my favorites. Well, anyway, what do you think about it so far? Let me know in the comment section. I try to respond to as many people as I can. And don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed the video. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other. And I will see you in the next video.